Hey, welcome back. That was a an error on my part, but hey, it worked out, I think. We'll see. I forgot to add my camera before taking off the screen share. Yeah. All right. So, let us want to kind of so I just realized that this is the 200th break session. And so I figured why not show the latest project that I'm working on. And so, and tell a funny story about like a fail that I had the first time I actually used it, which is funny. And so, but like I said before, it's not the what do you call it? The trials that we face, but how we respond to them and make it through it. What makes us stronger, right? So, screen share. And I don't need anything. Yeah, I'm not gonna need any audio. So let me show. So this is a thing I've been working on for maybe like a couple of weeks, maybe like off and on, off of work. Uh, because let me give you some backstory. Okay, don't need that. So over here on the left, right? So one thing about me is I like to make websites, make random projects all the time. And it's cool because my current position as a JavaScript developer advocate allows me to do those things. And I think at Vonage, we have some cool tech. And so it's kind of amazing to me. I get to build random things. So, but part of my job is to be able to give like presentations and things, right? And so I created this website when I first got the job called myslides.page. Oh, by the way, since I'm mentioning it, I'm going to add a link to everything that I spoke about to the video page so that you can check it out if you want as well. So I created myslides.page. I figured I could tell people, hey, to see if for everything that we spoke about, if you want to see my slides page, it's at myslides.page, right? And then so you basically it has a bunch of the presentations I've kind of given over the past however many, like since the first one since January 2020. Nice. So it doesn't have all of them really, but it has a few of them. And so you can tell a lot of them have to do with web components. I'm a big fan of web components. So, and they're able to kind of like click on it. It opens it up. You can tweet about it. Let's see. Then you can, kind of like scroll through the presentation. And then we have the about page. Then we have like a shop. So the about says like what I use to create everything with. And this thing is it's in the way. Oh, that's not good. It doesn't do well on mobile devices because the point is to be able to see the slides as large as possible. Because if I'm giving a presentation and it's like in a big room maybe and you can't really see it, I have it to where you can pull up the slides so you can see it on your laptop. So that was the whole point of it. That's why it's not really mobile friendly. It's not for like mobile devices. But yeah, so there's that. Cool. So I've recently started doing more and more workshops, which is pretty cool. So they're like presentations, but longer. And a lot of times, they may be like for a certain event or what have you. So I may need to put like a password or whatever behind it. And so I was thinking it'd be cool to kind of do something similar to where I have the people in the workshop can see the slides, but also get to play with the examples that I have there. And so all that to say, I created myworkshops.live. I figured you'd be able to check out my workshops live. And if they're not live, it's the site where my workshops live. Get it? Because live and live, same spelling, but English. And so yeah, I quickly put together my workshops.live. And I did it because I just gave a workshop at City JS India. Shout out to City JS. Supposed to be doing some more, so it's gonna be cool. And I did it on web components because again, web components are awesome. So what I figure would be cool is to create a site similar to myslides.page and but a little bit more in depth and stuff. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm always trying to increase the difficulties of my projects that I work on. So I created an admin section. So here's an admin, and then you can see workshops upcoming, draft, past. You know what I'm saying? So like I said, it was in the past. We just did it this week, and so that's the list. Then I can actually add web components. I can add workshops as well. Cool. So now this past one, right? So I can edit it, and I can edit all the different fields or what have you. And so when it's time to do it, I can hit launch. And oh, by the way, this date here, it shows up in your local time. So wherever you are, that same one here, it will show when the workshop is happening in your time. It's a web component I created before. I think I spoke about it before. All right. What's cool is I can set like a limit. And so once it reaches like an hour or whatever value I put, it'll show a countdown timer that will say, hey, when we're live. That's neither here nor there. All right. So let me check this out. So you can hit enter. So you as like the person attending the workshop, you just hit enter. And it's going to load up there. Me as the presenter, I can launch it. And so while that's happening, let me join as Alice. The password was new password. And then let me submit that. As you can see, I joined as Alice a few times before. And so now, while they're logging in and loading the workshop, you see Alice popped up again. And so what's cool, so I also wanted to, which I don't have in the my slides presentation, if you had a question, you can ask a question here. So how cool are web components? If I could spell. Then you can ask it. And you see right here, it showed up, hey, so I can see the questions if there are any and then answer them right there. And then I like to get like feedback like, hey, how's everyone doing? Give me a thumbs up. I have a little thumbs up button. And I totally hit the, okay, there. And so it shows thumbs up. So I thought that was pretty cool. Also, so you see the slides here that showed up, right? Oh, enable audio. So I want it to be where if people couldn't like hear me from where I was at or whatever, or maybe like if it's like a video broadcast, and I ran into this issue before where like the bandwidth in the area wasn't that great, so the video, like I had to turn off my video camera because it was too much bandwidth. So I created this thing here where you can enable audio. So on my side, I can enable audio, and the other person can enable audio as well. And what's happening is it's going to turn my speech into text and show up, hopefully. I kind of said a lot there, so hopefully it'll show up. My fans on my computer are going super loud. All right, neither here nor. Oh, you know why? Because I'm using a speech to text on this right now. That's why it's not working. Okay, that's good to know. So you can't have two web speech to text working because it's probably going into the one at untilit.works. All right, so that's probably what's happening now. Okay, I never tested it with having two applications using the web speech recognition because there's probably one is taking over the event and not giving it to the other one. Okay, so yeah, so that makes sense. But yeah, so then I showed the thumbs up. It came up here. But yeah, so what's cool also is that so you see the slides presentation here, and I click this, and me being like the admin or whatever, when it loads up, you see that I have this little arrow here to where I can control the slides. So I'm able to go and present the slides, and this will change. My computer is having a hard time. Come on. Oh, you're just working, seriously. Well, while I was doing that, that kind of goes into the issues I was having. So when I did this, I was going through, everything was working fine. And then I started to notice that like my slides were changing on their own. And I was like, wow, what's going on? And a person in the chat, in the chat room, whatever, said, hey, I'm able to change your slides or whatever using the keypad. I was like, wait, what? And so I had it, the library I use for the slides. I thought by changing, like setting the controls parameter to false for if you're not like an admin, would not show up as a what you call it, would not allow you to control it at all, like the slides at all. But I guess it's just this sort of control and not the actual like keys, like left and right key arrow keys. And so why aren't you changing? Oh, okay, there it is. That was weird. Okay, so my internet is kind of funny, and plus doing this video is not that great as well. So yeah, so you can see here. So yes, I'm able to control the slides for the people viewing, right? And so here also you can vote. So it's like, oh, who's their web components, and you can say no. Notice that changed here, and it disabled that, and then I can say yes while I'm holding it. And so see, it's like real-time updating. And so thought that was pretty cool. And then so you kind of just can go through the slides. Another thing there. And so now when I was doing the presentation, it was changing. I was like, oh, what's going on? So then I had the organizer kind of like talk about the event while I try to do a quick fix. Found the issue. So apparently, yeah, I was right. Controls, the parameter is just the little left and right icons that show up on the slides. You can still control it by using the keyboard. So then I passed in another parameter to what I thought was to get rid of it, the keyboard actions or whatever. Because like even now, like I can't go back and forth using the keyboards on either one, right? See the page moves. And so I thought I fixed it. So I did a quick fix and deployed it. But I don't think I changed like the listening channel. And so that still had the problem. So, but basically what I had to do was like, since the internet can have nice things, I just created a new channel and a new password, and people weren't able to join. And I just did it like a regular, like a regular presentation workshop thing, which I felt kind of sad about, because I was like, I wanted people to be able to, play with the things, and like be able to get it going. And because I wanted people to be able to look and like, oh, this is so cool, and play, what I mean? Like I wanted it to be interactive, but I think I fixed it, and I put a whole bunch of restrictions on it now so that it will probably not do that again, hopefully. So I'm looking forward to, I'm doing another workshop. I don't know if it'll be the same thing. Maybe it'll be the same thing in March. And so I'm looking to have this. So I wanted to be able to have something where I can just kind of have a place to send people if they want to participate within the workshops, that they could. And so that's why I created this. And yeah, so super happy how it turned out. If you want to check out, like, so on my projects, I like to have like an about section that kind of talks about what I use to create it. And so you can always kind of see. So yeah, I use Astro, Firebase, Svelte, the Vonage. The Vonage APIs are how I'm able to communicate from my motions, my actions here, like with the slides, to what the person is seeing. You know what I mean? So that's how I keep it in sync, the slides in sync. And it's also how like the audio works as well. So be able to hear me, and also the speech to text, and also the chat stuff, like sending the questions and the thumbs up. So all that communication is basically done through some Vonage APIs. And so I talk about like what I use here and stuff. You can learn more information. And then of course, use the web speech recognition API. And then the reveal.js is the thing I use for the slides, to create the slides. It's pretty cool. So you can check that out as well. And I just have like the updates and then for more information stuff. So that's pretty much a constant on my website. And I talk about that during the workshop also. And then I just have like the shop where if you want, you can like buy t-shirts. Apparently there's only 3 days left. You can get 15% off on like t-shirts and stuff. So yeah. So that happened and had some issues because, you know, things never go right. And it's probably my own fault for just creating it and then using it like live in front of like an actual workshop. So it's probably my own fault, but neither here nor there. We made it through. I think everyone had a good time. And from what I got, the feedback was pretty good. And so, yeah, looking forward to letting more and more people know about the awesomeness of web components. And also, I forgot, let me add this website also, myworkshops.live, so you can check that out as well. I'm going to change the password. So, yeah, there's that. All right, cool. All right, and my time is up. Nice. So, let me stop sharing this. So that's my website, myworkshops.live or .live, depending on however you want to say it, because again, English. Stop screen share. Cool. So have you ever created anything like that with like where you're syncing up two different like whether in my case slides or whatever things that you're working on? Let me know. And yeah, let me get y'all back to work. Cool. But I'm just super happy the way it came out. And it turned out pretty good. Again, for like 2 weeks. Well, like as far as 2 weeks, but I probably maybe put in like a week's worth of actual like work. Because again, I was doing it like out of side of work. You know what I mean? So, and outside the radio show and all that stuff. So whenever I found time, I did, and during these sessions, these work sessions, I also worked on it as well. I made a lot of progress there. And yeah, I think it came out pretty good. You know what I'm saying? And I'm looking forward to showing other people and having them use it as well for my workshops that are coming up. And yeah, enough of me rambling. Here we go. I did the highlight video. Cool. Let's see. Oh, screen share. All right. Thanks again for hanging out. I'm going to send y'all off with some traveling music. And this is Anthony Cruz, aka A Butta. The track is called Thank You. And yeah, see you soon. And yeah, thanks again for hanging out, y'all. See you later. 15 minutes after the hour for the final break session. And so if there's something you want to talk about, feel free to jump on. If not, I'll go over an artist's website and take a look and maybe listen to some music, watch some videos, you know, maybe you'll find a new favorite artist. All right. So Anthony Cruz, aka A Butta, the track's called Thank You. Thanks, y'all. See you later.
I wanna say thank you for holding on when a brother was down and out. Now I feel so strong, and I wanna say thank you for being there when a brother had nowhere to turn to. You were there, and I feel like and everybody says we spread it love like I wanna say thank you for holding on when a brother was down and out. Now I feel so strong.